all around, and I am a Confederate soldier. I was raised in Virginia, and I grew up with slavery. Slavery is the Southern way of life because we used slaves to work our farms and our crops. 2.5 years ago, on April 14, 1861, we Southerners attacked Fort Sumter, starting the Civil War. I joined the Confederate Army right after we seceded from the Union. I went on to fight in the Battle of Bull Run, the Battle of Antietam, the Battle of Perryville, and lastly, the Battle of Gettysburg. Robert E. Lee, our general, had attacked Gettysburg on July 1st to July 3rd of 1863. There were 50,000 casualties, the most blood that had been shed since the Civil War began. Robert E. Lee had planned to invade Washington and Philadelphia, but we were defeated by the Union Army. On November 19th of 1863, President Abraham Lincoln gave a speech at a cemetery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. When I heard the speech for the first time, it changed my life. It made me think of the importance of a human life, and therefore changed my allegiance to join the Union cause. That speech opened my eyes and made me see why slavery was so wrong and why all the states being united is better than being separated. Here are the words that Abraham Lincoln said. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add and detract. The world will no longer remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, and that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Those are the words that inspired me, and I hope they inspire you too.